co-founder of Macon Black Culture, and we are throwing the first Juneteenth parade and family reunion.
All right.
I know that's right.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
All right. So I want to tell you about how I was born into a very magical family, right? And so magic was used in our household as a way to escape, as a way to be set free, as a way to, to release, right? Like my brother, when I was younger, he used to pull quarters out of my ear, right? Like that was the thing. You know, I was 5. It was the most wildest thing I ever saw. My sister, even at this age, she has a way of like clearing your energy, right? She's now studying Reiki, so she can clear your chakras. And when she was younger, she had a way of irritating your energy too. And so that was part of her magic. My niece has a way, which is my brother's daughter. She can, if she thinks a thing, it'll happen. Like right then, right? And so then there's me, right? My magic is all in my energy, the way I can affect people, the way I can try to make people feel better about themselves, about life, about the world. But so what I want to share with you is about one, like the biggest magic trick I ever seen happen before, right? So one day, my brother, he made my entire family disappear when I was 11 years old. And it was to this day, probably, what's the guy? What's the magician? Somebody named ain't got nothing on him, right? So when I was 11, I was woken up by my family, and I was told that your mother is in danger. You know what I'm saying? Our mom is in danger. And so we were like, okay, we started getting dressed, because, we finna go help our mama, right? So we all kind of go up to the front, and my brother was like, no, just stay right here. And he went out, because he's the big brother, right? So he goes into the room, and then we hear 3 gunshots, right? And all of a sudden, it's like abracadabra. It's just everything is spit. We're running. The world is moving faster than us. And we're going to fast forward this story, right? Because there's a big part of the story that's for another topic one day, right? And one day I get the news that, hey, you're going to go home, but your brother won't be coming home with you. And your mother won't be coming home with you, right? We're going to fast forward 5 more days. Okay, meaning you're going to go home. Your sister not going to come home with you. She has to now go to New York and live, because I have different fathers. Now my mother is gone, my sister is gone, and my brother is gone. And it's just me in Macon. Because I decided, I was supposed to go to Brooklyn too, right? But I wanted to stay in Macon. To this day, I don't know why. But I fought like hell to stay here for some reason. And so my family let me stay. And, for the life of me, my life from then on, I never saw magic again. I lost my magic. I no longer could see my sister be magical, my brother be magical, my mother be magical, right? Until one day, 22 years later, my brother calls me, he tells me he's getting out of prison. And he would like to have a relationship with me. And to me, that is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life, right? However, I started feeling all this magic. And I would later learn that this magic is my mother. Because the reality is, all you see in me that you love is her. And it was this magic just going. And I learned that this magic is forgiveness. right? And I don't know how to do this. There's no book I can find. There's no story. The closest thing I ever heard about happening that was similar to mine was the damn Menendez brothers, right? We know that. And so there's no real peace in anything there, and there were people in my family who raised me, took care of me, who don't want any parts of my brother. And they fight with me about even being open to the idea, to the point where this fractured my entire family. And one day I decided to answer the call and say, okay, let's talk. And when I saw him for the first time, I saw all his magic. That's all I could see. Couldn't see what he did, what he done. I saw him and us together practicing magic. The love, the anger, well, not the love, the anger, the resentment, the pain, the depression, just disappeared. Just disappeared. And after 22 years of my life, in nothing but wrong choices, pain, bad relationships, my compass of life was completely thrown out. I felt all my magic come back. All of it came right back in that moment. And though I still had to deal with my family maybe not accepting me losing the pieces of my family that stood with me when all my family left, it was worth it for me. And the forgiveness, the magic of forgiveness, freed me.
Yes.
Freed me.
I know that's right.
And that was my biggest lesson in freedom. And so if I leave you guys with anything today, is to, though there are no rule books about forgiveness, there aren't any guidelines, or there's no one way to do it. My brother will tell you to this day that what his favorite thing about me is that I gave him a chance, that I'm not afraid of him, that I will get in a car with him and we will ride and listen to music and tell old stories. And then he'll also tell you that at any given time, she may even punch me in the face. And he takes it, and he loves me through it, and we love each other through that. And that's grace, right? That's the magic of grace. And so I just hope and pray that you all have magic, and that if there's anything in your life that has locked you up, made you feel less of yourself, imprisoned you, I pray that you release that and set yourself free.
Amen.
All right? My name is Muse Dixon.